Hey everybody, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. Ben and Denise here. We're going that way. Now, we heard about a little surprise up on the mountainside here, and we thought, well, hey, let's go for a little hike. We'll take you along and show you what we find here. But anyway, let's go for a walk.
For a walk. It's a beautiful day.
It is. Got some haze in the air still from the fires in Canada. Seems hard to believe we would have smoke here from hundreds of miles away, but that's a big fire, or multiple fires.
Multiple fires.
It's been messing with my breathing, my allergies for the last few days. Denise even kicked me out of the room at night. I've been sleeping on the couch because
I did not kick you out.
I kicked myself out because I know I'm snoring something fierce. Yeah, and I can't breathe laying down, so I've been sleeping on the couch where I can prop up nicely. You know, those daisies out in that field. Isn't that pretty? So we are not actually on our property. It's the adjoining property. And our neighbor Larry was telling us about this little surprise that we're going to go check out if we can find it. And it's just a pretty little hike. And for those astute subscribers, you might recognize some of this path. We've taken you this way before. And I think we'll have Denise link that video to this one when we took you out and explored the old Appalachian cabin. And we're going there and beyond. Sorry if I sound a little winded. Tough breathing and walking uphill and trying to hold a conversation with the camera. Whew. So in those super strong winds we had a while back, we heard a tree come down. We found it. Snapped that sucker right off. And it wasn't a dead tree either. I mean, you can still see the pine that's on the ground here. And behind us here. Oh, it was not dead till it snapped off. That just tells you how much wind we got. But it's kind of cool to finally find it. You know, it's rare for somebody to see a lightning strike. And it just reminds me well, let's see, he would have been my deceased ex-grandfather-in-law. He lived in Colorado and was sitting at his back table, was watching out the window and saw a lightning strike and saw lightning hit a tree. And he said that thing it exploded, blew it into a million pieces. I've just always remembered that story. That kind of reminded me of it. Although it wasn't lightning that did it.
Careful, there's a hole there.
And as I was saying, there's the old family home, the old cabin. Not our family home, but
Our neighbor Larry's.
yeah, our neighbors. And you can see each time we come up, it's falling a little bit further in, and nature's just taking it all back. Won't be long, and there won't be anything left but the tin roof. But, all right, well, onward and upward, and you can't see it, but there's a hot wire here for keep the horses in on this side. We got to go under. I don't see the horses, so I don't know if it's on. Grace in front of me here. I know. It jumped up out of the grasses.
Careful, it's really wet right here. We're in the spring.
Yeah. Squish, squish, squish.
You might need that machete.
Yeah, looks like it, huh? All right. Looks like somebody's been through here recently.
Us. We tried to find this before and we went the wrong way.
Yeah. Yep. We went right around it, apparently. And again, you might also remember the old barn. It too is falling in further.
Almost didn't recognize it.
Yeah, the winter took its toll on it this year. It wasn't a harsh winter, but we had a couple of good freezes and some strong winds.
Pretty steep climb from the house up to here.
Yeah.
They used to do this multiple times a day, frequently in bare feet.
Yep.
Appalachians were far hardier stock, that's for sure.
Survivors is an understatement. Just imagine the hours, the man hours and time it took to build this. And this isn't flat either. Hey, look at this. Look how unflat that ground is.
Sad to think about it just caving in after all those hours of work to put it up.
Yep.
I know we have to go through the barn.
Yep, this is where we went wrong when we tried to find it before.
Then he said there's a path, right?
Up, right through here, and there's supposed to be a path up and to the right. There's the back side of the barn.
Watch it, you're right there at Rosebush, hun.
Yep. This is an old apple tree. Still produces, from what I understand. Oh yeah, there's some apples on it up there.
Oh, look how hollowed out that is.
Yeah, almost looks like it's burned out, huh? But it's still alive. Still growing.
Nature's amazing.
But that's not where we're headed. That's just a side note in this adventure. Yeah, I remember you said we keep going up to where there's a pile of rocks and an apple tree growing on top of it. Ah, there's the pile of rocks with the apple
Aha.
tree.
Yay!
And we were told there was a pile of rocks. And right out of the top of that, an old apple tree. Sure enough, there it is. Still growing. No fertilizer, no care. Just doing its thing.
Barely any sunlight, too.
Yeah, that's true. It's very shaded in here, but it's still surviving.
Okay, so we gotta go this. Didn't you say there's another trail or no?
I thought the trail went straight on up here. There's still a little bit on a deer trail. That tells me we're going the right way. For all you nitrogen fixer aficionados, there's a black locust right there. There's a lot of it in here.
Don't want to touch that.
No, ma'am.
There's not a trail though.
No, not yet. And maybe there is, and we're just not on it, or it's been buried.
This is where guides come in handy.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's beautiful up here, but we have not found what we were looking for. Been all around it, I think. And my gimbal's playing games with us here. But yeah, you see we're in the thick of it, and we have not found our target. So we're going to work our way back down and see if we can't backtrack our steps a little bit. And hey, there you are. And see what we've got. So we're going to make our way down that way. Yeah, that drops off. Drops off pretty goodly.
Trying to get around this tree that has fallen, and there's a whole bunch of foliage on top of it. So it looks like the only safe way is to go back up through there and go back down.
Well, the deers will be excited for this. Cutting them a new trail. In the middle of all this. Little hummingbird nest.
How sweet.
Right in the middle of the rose bush. Great defenses. All right, I think we found what we were looking for.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, zoom out a little bit for you here. Yeah, we were told there was that old mine and an old cave in here. And we, I can't get over the logs here. There we go. Even from the middle of the forest, we were able to call our neighbor Larry and tell him we were lost, because we went up and around this place a couple of times, and we believe this is where we're supposed to be, and we're wondering if maybe right in here, over time, the cave has been filled in from, you know, stuff falling down and all that. But that's what we were looking for. We heard there was an old cave, and we wanted to come check it out. So
Old silica mine, right?
yeah, silica
Now,
mine.
this was a hand dug mine
Yeah.
that they used until all the other mines brought in all the expensive equipment. But for years, they actually dug the silica out of this by hand.
And hauled it down the mountain with horses and mules. Go up here a little ways. This is the white stuff they were looking for. They say this area of North Carolina has some of the best silica in the world, and they ship it out for parts in computers. That's what they were after. A little bit of a cave up there, just more of an outcropping, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any kind of cave under here or not. We will probably never know.
Kind of looks like it though. If you look where at the bottom, looks like there's a slight opening, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right over there. Right there. See where I'm pointing?
You're pointing at the wall. Climb up here a little.
Go right to your right. To your
Right
right.
here?
Yep.
Yeah, it just looks like it's rocks. I know, that's not smart to stick your hand in where you can't see. It's more
But I
rock.
wonder if that's what's filled in.
Yeah, could be. You see the water just dripping out of the side of the mountain. So that's our adventure for the day. Took us a little longer than we thought it would. When you go way up the mountainside and then back down a couple of times, it takes a little time. And we're already pulling ticks off of us. Isn't that fun? All right.
It's kind of cool to think that years ago they did this all by hand.
Yeah.
So I don't like what mining does. I feel like it's a horrible thing for the planet. But I know this must have been a lot of work.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll see you on the downside here.
Okay. This is where we were yesterday.
Yep. It is.
Beautiful.
What you got there?
I don't know. Probably a cow bone.
Probably. What if it's a dinosaur bone?
It's not a very big dinosaur.
They came in all sizes.
They did. It's pretty cool to live in a place where you can explore and hike
Yep, right out
whenever you want.
right out your back door.
All right. You never know, Frodo.
Remember what Bilbo used to say? It's a dangerous business, Frodo.
Going out your door, you step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to.
So pretty in here. Sad to see this all just rotting.
Getting swallowed back up.
How many hours their probably grandparents spend building that?
Oh, yeah. Roofing. Shall we show them again? I know we've showed before. We do have permission to be up here. 1919. Actually, I guess that one says 1949. Or 9. But, I mean, here's your old metal handle and just think of the manpower and the hours and hours and hours of work it took to build these old barns.
That was a hog pen.
Don't doubt it.
I suppose it could have been sheep, but more than likely hog pens.
Yeah.
Look how black this dirt is.
Mm-hmm. That's some rich soil right there.
And a lot of these are dug. They didn't have big tractors to haul those rocks.
Yep. All right, North Carolina wave. Yes, well, ticks aside, hillsides, rosebush, falling on our rear ends. We got you there, and we got you home. Look at that view back there. Isn't that beautiful? So, all right, well,
We found the I think that's the mine.
I think so. We'll show it to Larry and make sure we got to the right place. I think that was it, according to his directions.
I think it probably caved in or filled in, like you said. That would
Might
be my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, might be.
It wouldn't have been huge if it was a hand
That's true.
mine. It wouldn't have been like a massively
Yeah,
big.
and that loose rock, they probably didn't want to actually mine into a cave and have that stuff collapse on them. That wouldn't have been smart. So, anyway, all right. Well, let us know if you've done any spelunking or any fun adventures lately. And what else? Anything else?
renewedhomestead.com /shop.
Absolutely.
Comfrey root
We have comfrey root for now.
and Hori Hori knives,
Yeah.
willow root and hormone, and deodorant. All natural deodorant.
And bugs. We're not selling the bugs.
No, we'd love for you to come get them.
Yeah. Get a big vacuum, suck them up, and send them to you. Anyway, all right, everybody. Well, we appreciate you. Do give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. We're over 3,400 subscribers now. Pretty exciting. So, all right. Well, take care. God bless. We're praying for you. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye, y'all.